Welcome to RadioA1A Live Sessions.
This great couple of guys, all the way from Austin, Texas. Let's give them a big Islamorada welcome. They are called the Detentions.
Awesome. Thank you, Harry. And
thank you, Mr. T.
Thank you for everybody who tuned in tonight and everybody who showed up here in person. I'm Dan.
I'm Chris.
And we're the Detentions. And you're listening to Radio A1A music for the road to paradise. And all the songs we're playing tonight, most of the songs we're playing are original music. We just released an album in January, so we're playing a lot of the songs off a new album, but also songs off the other three. And then we'll throw in an occasional cover every once in a while. But if you don't recognize it immediately, it's probably because it's one of our own original songs. This first song is a song, it's about being grateful for where you are and who you're with, and we're so grateful y'all tuned in and showed up tonight. A little song called Where I Want to Be. I've been up and I've been down and I've been lost, never to be found, and with you here and now is where I want to be. I've been far east, way out west, been a bad boy, and I've been the best, and with you here and now is where I want to be. 'Cause it could all end tomorrow in the blink of an eye. So let's take our chances, girl, and our love tonight. I've been in and I've been out, thought I knew it all, though I had my doubts, and with you here and now is where I want to be. Been soaking wet and left high and dry, spread my wings and taken flight, and with you here and now where I want to be. 'Cause it could all end tomorrow in the blink of an eye. So let's take our chances, girl, on our love tonight, our love tonight. Been a little early and much too late for you forever, girl. You know I'll wait, 'cause with you here and now is where I want to be. 'Cause it could all end tomorrow in the blink of an eye. So let's take our chances, girl, on our love tonight. I've been up and I've been down and I've been lost, never to be found, and with you here and now this is where I want to be. Thank you so very much. We'd also like to thank Dewey for getting us dialed in. Sounds wonderful up here.
Beautiful, thank you. Normally this is our sound guy right here. He's much more relaxed because when he does it himself, he's all sweaty and agitated and angry. Things aren't working out, so thanks for taking the pressure off.
Greatly appreciate that. So if you don't know our story, we are both school teachers. We met as first-year school teachers. This is our 15th year as a band. So we've known each other for 17, and I was hired 3 weeks before school started to be a theater arts teacher at a middle school. He was hired 3 weeks after school started to be 6th grade special ed.
Didn't want anybody to notice.
Slid right in there.
That's right. None of the beginning of the year training. I just got to sneak in right to my desk.
And then our principal heard us. We'd get together after school on a Friday and kind of play music in our room as kind of unwind. And the principal heard us and said, "Hey, why don't you guys come and play a couple songs at our Christmas function, whatever, Christmas party?" So we learned a couple songs, and the coffee shop.
We're a trop rock band that started out as a Christmas band. We learned 4 Christmas songs.
And the coffee shop hired us to play 3 hours, and we only had about 15 minutes of music, so we hired someone to play the other 2 hours and 45 minutes along with us. And from there, we were playing a lot of songs that I used to work on a cruise ship, and I was kind of like the sail away guy when you sail away from port, playing at the tiki bar and whatnot. And my very first contract was in Nassau, Bahamas. And once I got off the cruise ship, I came back to Austin, and I got rear-ended 3 times on this little stretch of highway called Mopac. So stay off Mopac if you ever come to Austin. That's my little tale. But then started writing songs about my experiences on cruise ships, and then living in Texas, we started writing songs about going to the beach in Texas and living in the hill country and whatnot. But this is a song off our first album that we wrote about the time I spent in Nassau. It's called Nassau Town. I'm bending, but I'm not broken. The smoke is thick, but I'm not choking. The clouds over on the sun, they're driving on, leading me to the place where I belong. Down in old Nassau town, I watch that pirate sun go down. I smell the sea and I taste its salt, just trying to forget it all. Down at Charlie's on the beach, my real life just within my reach, just within my reach. Up at 6 a.m., but I'm not myself. I put on borrowed robes of somebody else. Well, gas and coffee on my credit card. Pulling on to Mopac is always so damn hard. I long for old Nassau town to watch that pirate sun go down. I smell the sea and I taste its salt, just trying to forget it all. Down at Charlie's on the beach, my real life just within my reach, just within my reach. With 2 weeks' notice, I'm out of here. The sound of steel drums distant, but they're growing near. And I'm in old Nassau town, watch that pirate sun go down. I smell the sea and I taste its salt. I've already forgotten it all. And I'm at Charlie's on the beach, cold collect beer, just within my reach, just within my reach. Thank you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care now. Chris just got back from the Bahamas.
Yeah, don't go woo. It was pretty awful. The power plant on the island we stayed at blew up on Monday night. So there was sporadic toilets, no running water, no air conditioning, no food. It was pretty awful for an old white guy like me not to know where I was going to be able to go to the bathroom next. But, you know, you celebrate some of the finer things in life. We found a lady who did a little barbecue every day on the beach, so we had lots of barbecue chicken. We spent 24 hours eating nothing but potato chips. That was something I always dreamed I've always wanted to do. I did not so much afterwards. Yeah, I said that when the power went out Monday and we got back to our hotel room and you could see about a mile away this column of smoke lit underneath by like blue and orange fire, and I was like, how in the hell are we going to get out of here? My wife doesn't do boats very well, but I'm like, sweetheart, you're just going to have to take all your mood levelers at once, and I'm going to find a couple of dudes to drive us back to Fort Lauderdale. But things worked out.
Well, I did mention earlier that we released our fourth album back in January, and we're very proud of it. We recorded at Jumping Dog Studios. Ron Flint is our producer for the last three albums, and he always does such an amazing job of putting together fabulous production for us. And this song number one off of our newest album, and co-wrote this with Steve McMillan, if he's out there listening. Hey, Steve. Little song called Beach in Heaven.
Better be a beach in heaven, or I don't think I'll go. Leave me in the Keys, or maybe down in Belize, or hell, the Gulf of Mexico. I take the surf and the sand up in a promised land, over streets paved with gold. As if they have a beach in heaven, I'm ready for my halo. Oh, when I die and the Grim Reaper comes, I hope he looks like a pirate or an old beach bum. That's right. If he takes me to them pearly gates, I want to see Hawaiian shirts and lace. Oh, as soon as I get my wings, I've been looking for just one thing. Better be a beach in heaven, well, I don't think I'll go. Leave me in the Keys, and maybe down in Belize, or hell, the Gulf of Mexico. Take the surf and the sand up in a promised land, over streets paved with gold. As if they have a beach in heaven, I'm ready for my halo. Let the angels sing Buffett and Marley's song. Oh, and serve up land shark beer and margaritas all day long. A little tiki bar would be fun, with an endless supply of rum, or just a sipping by that silver shore. Lord knows I'd never ask for more. Better be a beach in heaven, or I don't think I'll go. Leave me in the Keys, and maybe down in Belize, or hell, the Gulf of Mexico. I'll take the surf and the sand up in a promised land, over streets paved with gold. As if they have a beach in heaven, I'm ready for my halo. I'll be surfing on a cloud, a big smile on my face, with the devil at bay in that other place. Better be a beach in heaven, better be a beach in heaven, or I don't think I'll go. Leave me in the Keys, and maybe down in Belize, or hell, Gulf of Mexico. Take the surf and the sand up in a promised land, over streets paved with gold. As if they have a beach in heaven. I'm ready for my halo. If they have a beach in heaven, I'm ready for my halo. Can I get a hallelujah up here? Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, my good buddy Steve McMillan, I've co-written a couple songs with him, and he always goes to all these exotic places and sends me pictures. And we've never actually been in the same room when we've written a song. It's always been back and forth on a text. And so he sent me a text. He's down in Costa Rica, and I see this beautiful sunset, the beach and everything, and he just says, man, there better be a beach in heaven. And I was like, who are you writing that with? And he's like, you. And I was like, yes. And then I was like, so that's how it happens. You know, you hear something, then it just sparks your imagination. You just get after it. So we do have 4 albums of original music. We have 2 cover songs on those 4 albums. This is one of them that we really liked by an artist that, if you're in the trap rock world and you're listening on RadioA1A, you know this guy. He's like the entertainer of the year the last several years, best singer, best songwriter, best musician, best world-around humanitarian, just all-around world-class dude named Donnie Brewer. And yeah, give it up for Donnie. There you go. So Donnie's been great for us. He's really opened a lot of doors for us, and been a good friend of ours, as well as his wife Michelle. And we like this song so much we put it on our album, and it's a whistling song. So I figure since we're at Heartbreakers, right? It's got all these wonderful beers on tap. We should probably wet our whistle. So let's do that real quick. If you're listening at home, raise them high, raise them proud. Turn to your neighbor and tell them Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Cheers, Mr. Sullivan.
There you go.
That's been copyrighted by another band, pretty much.
A 1, a 2,
a 3, 4, 5.
a fish all day and make up lies. Here I am in the salty brine, up to my waist, just wasting time. Done drowned my bait, ain't got no more. Well, you probably wonder why I don't just head on back to shore. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck, just trying to catch a break. I ain't catching much, casting my demons away with this naked hook. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck. Let's all whistle, shall we?
Got no tug on my line, got no bend in my pole, but I'm floating a 6-pack, still a little bit cold. Yeah, I should have gone back to work just about this time, but the boss is a jerk, a bigger jerk than the one on the end of this line. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck, just trying to catch a break. I ain't catching much, casting my demons away with this naked hook. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck. Here we go.
Well, I caught some seaweed and an old beer can and the back of Al's shirt, and then seaweed again. But I made the fish laugh, casted Al use. Well, that might be a fish story, but that don't mean it ain't true. I said, that don't mean it ain't true. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck. Just trying to catch a break. I ain't catching much, casting my demons away. There's a naked hook. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck. I'm stealing one more day, sleeping in my truck, just fishing on credit, living on luck. I'm fishing on credit, living on luck. Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. Get the net. That Donnie Brewer. So you can find that on his album, the Winnebago Tapes, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Living Like Jimmy Buffett, I think, is the first album. It's on his first album, and it's on our second.
And we were looking at some of the video production materials that get made here, and there was somebody else covering that song.
Really?
Playing underneath it, yeah.
Well, there you go.
That Donnie Brewer gets around.
That's right, yeah.
I don't know much about that song.
Professional drinker?
Professional drinker?
Well, Donnie and I wrote it about you and your drinking habits. So.
Really?
All right, we got a little quiz for you here. This next song is a song about those that work on the water and those that eagerly await their safe return. And it's titled Poseidon's Daughter. So if you can name one of Poseidon's daughters, then we'll give you some sort of little gift from our merch stand over there. So you can use your cell phones. It's okay. Smartphones work, so.
I'll give you a hint right now. Between a rock and a hard place.
Is Minerva one?
I don't know. I can't even spell the name of the song right yet. Poseidon's Daughter. Thunder and blue lightning out over the bay. Lazy rain is falling, a rusty shade of gray. He's heading back to the dock now. He can see the candlelight. He's hoping her love will be home soon. Keep the hearth fires burning bright. Time drips slowly and washes over you. Dancing with Poseidon's daughter. Watching water fall on water. Water falling on water. Favorite chair is empty now, and his pipe and books away. When he's gone, she wonders, did he suffer the sailor's fate? Time drips slowly and washes over you. Dancing with Poseidon's daughter. Watching water fall on water. Water falling on water. First mate to the captain, asked more than any man. Rolling waves beneath his feet, more years at sea than at land. Time drips slowly and washes over you. Dancing with Poseidon's daughter, watching water fall on water. Time drips slowly and washes over you.
dancing with Poseidon's daughter, watching water fall on water, water falling on water.
Thank you. Aphrodite.
Well done. She absolutely was. Yeah. Yes, huh? Oh, Between a Rock and a Hard Place? Scylla and Charybdis. The whirlpool and the sirens on the shore. Those were also... That's what I thought of first when I was like, who?
Well
done, though. Yeah, so... Luckily, I don't have to try to spell that song. This is another cover. This is not a Donnie Brewer cover. This is a song by the band The Great Divide out of Oklahoma City. Had some nice big hits. When you cover someone's song, you have to get legal permission to do it. And it was very, very difficult to locate any of the guys in The Great Divide because they wrote this song back in the 90s. And they're kind of all scattered all over. So I went on the internet and I found the lawyer who did their original LLC to form the band in 1990 whatever, and I called him and I said, hey, we're looking for a band member to get permission to record one of their songs. He's like, I'll see what I could do. And a couple weeks later, I got a phone call from a welding shop in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And it was the guitar player from back in the day. And he's like, who are you? What do you want? People know that song? Well, I don't know if I can give you legal permission, but you have my permission. So we took it from there, and that hopefully... It's not an illegal recording of that song. But it's a tribute to the doctor, Dr. Jimmy Buffett, the honorary Dr. Jimmy Buffett. And I think it's kind of a scientific song because it's all about the joy of human beings having thumbs. Because, you know, if you're a bird or a worm or something and you've had a long week and you come home, you can't exactly pop open a bottle of liquor and pour yourself a vacation. We humans sure can. Don't let the raccoons know that because I think they have thumbs. That would suck to have those little guys go, oh, we can get in their liquor cabinet now, too? Not just the chicken coop? So this is Pour Me a Vacation. It takes me a second here to warm up for this one. All right. Barmaid, play me some Buffett. I'm in the mood to get away. So pour me a vacation. I need to leave here right away. Wanna get down by the ocean, if it's only in my mind. Take me out to paradise, if only for tonight. Leave it all behind. It's Friday night here in the big town. So routine it starts to fold. The same old songs and lines and stories that I heard the week before. Wanna hear about the islands, about pirates and rum. Don't want to think about tomorrow. It's not until tomorrow comes. Barmaid, play me some Buffett. I'm in the mood to get away. So pour me a vacation. I need to leave here right away. Want to get down by the ocean, if it's only in my mind. Take me out to paradise, if only for tonight. Leave it all behind. It's up to you, barmaid, to save me. Put me on my coastal trail, 'cause I've been locked here for so long. It's high time I set sail. You know I can't afford the airfare, so put umbrellas in my drink. We'll sail away to Margaritaville. Pray that this boat don't sink. Barmaid, play me some Buffett. I'm in the mood to get away. So pour me a vacation.
I need to leave here right away. Wanna get down by the ocean, if it's only in my mind. Take me out to paradise, if only for the night. Leave it all behind. Take me out to paradise, if only for the night. Leave it all behind. Hey, y'all.
Thank you. I thank Mike McClure and the gang for writing that song. Mike McClure is the lead singer of that band and the leader, and I have 6 degrees of separation from him because I used to live in Lincoln, Nebraska, and my wife was a really big fan of the Dixie Chicks, and one of their songs, their big hit,
Wide Open Spaces.
Wide Open Spaces, was written by Susan Gibson from Austin, Texas. She had a band called the Groobies. And they came up to Lincoln back when I used to live there and played because she had just gotten really famous, got $1 million check or whatever. And being very magnanimous, she split the money with the whole rest of the band. But what I didn't know was that at the time, the guy playing bass for Susan Gibson was Mike McClure from The Great Divide. Uh-huh. And so there you go. 6 degrees of separation right there with those cats.
That's awesome. That's a good story.
We had hoped possibly to go on tour with them once upon a time down through the Keys. They, like all big-time bands, sent their bus driver to come watch us play, and he must not have gave back a very good report because we never heard from him.
Yeah.
I know.
Anyway. That's right. We came here anyway. So I was a big fan of Jim Croce growing up, and I guess this is my Jim Croce-esque song called Mercy, and we have a friend by the name of Sweet Basil McJagger who plays the honky-tonk piano on it. And I know that sounds like a name that you can't make up, but actually he did make up that name. His record
name is Jim Jameson, which is a pretty awesome name anyway.
Yeah.
Go back and forth with it. When he puts his glasses on, he's Jim Jameson. When he takes them off, he's Sweet Basil McJagger.
It's a little song called Mercy.
I woke up in a gutter, face down in the rain, my mind all aflutter. How the hell I get this way? And then it hits me, I was drinking about you, trying to drown your memory. You won't let me lose. Oh mercy, oh mercy, mercy, mercy me. Why can't you walk out of my memory like you walked out on me? Mama told me watch out, danger do not touch. But my heart wouldn't listen 'cause it wanted you too much. Oh mercy, oh mercy, mercy, mercy me. Why can't you walk out of my memory like you walked out on me? Oh mercy, oh mercy, mercy, mercy me. Why can't you walk out of my memory like you walked out on me? You got what you wanted the night that you strayed. Oh, you lie in his bed now. Oh, mine's all in flames. Oh mercy, oh mercy, mercy, mercy me. Why can't you walk out of my memory like you walked out on me? Oh mercy, oh mercy, 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 mercy me. Why can't you walk out of my memory like you walked out on me? Thank you. Once again, you're listening to Radio A1A, music for the road to paradise. We are the Detentions, playing our original music. We'd like to thank Harry Tieford once again for having us down and inviting us to come play here. We'd like to thank Jay for opening up his establishment to do this wonderful thing that you're doing for independent musicians. It's awesome. So thank you. Thank you for everybody who's tuning in and everybody who's here, hanging out with us tonight. Yeah. What a special treat. And Michelle for keeping us well lubricated back there. Thank you. Right.
Michelle Monday. We told you before we're school teachers, so we don't get to do this all the time. This is the fourth summer that we've been able to take off and go tour. And one of the things we like the most is we go to a lot of different parts of the country and we get to eat a lot of their local specialties. We had conch chowder today, which was fantastic. Yeah. I imagine down in Key West we'll probably have pie, key lime pie of some type. Yep. We get to go to Detroit where we eat the Conies and the White Castles. Yeah, it's we have a friend who shows up at the after parties, and y'all know what White Castles are, right? Yep. So they have something called a crave case. It's a suitcase, a big cardboard suitcase with 50 White Castles and enough French fries, and he walks in with 2 crave cases. We're like, Paul, all right. We're going to Kansas City to eat some barbecue.
Yep, Q39.
Yeah, we'll go to Chicago and have ourselves Portillo's, a little soaked Italian combo, and some of that funky big fat. I don't know if it's technically pizza, but it's pizza. It's sure pretty good. Yeah. We're going to Lake of the Ozarks, sort of. We're going to Branson. I don't know, what do they have? Chicken fried steak? Everything.
Yeah, love Lake of the Ozarks. I grew up water skiing and fishing in Lake of the Ozarks. So, in fact, one of my songs, what we'll play in a little bit, was started at the Lake of the Ozarks, and I'll get to that story a little bit. I'm shushing myself. This song is for people that like small dogs or big dogs or lap dogs or outdoor dogs or corn dogs, chili dogs. I'm kind of partial to myself to salty dogs. How I love a salty dog. Nothing's above a salty dog. I'm dreaming of a salty dog. So let's order up a salty dog. Some folks like a martini, others like a drink with fizz. Some folks like a caipirinha, I don't know what that is. My drink is really simple. Just grab a highball and salt the rim. Mix together some grapefruit juice with a splashing of gin. How I love a salty dog. Nothing's above a salty dog. I'm dreaming of a salty dog. So let's order up a salty dog. Whiskey makes me a little frisky. Oh, and rum gets me a little numb. Wine makes me a little whiny. And beer puts the bones round my tongue. True that. My drink's tart and kind of tangy. It always goes down smooth. Met your troubles right away. It brightens up your mood. Here we go now. Help us out. How I love a salty dog. Nothing's above a salty dog. I'm dreaming of a salty dog. So let's order up a salty dog. So many drinks to choose from. It makes it hard to find the one that's right. You know that's right. Take it from this old beach bum. Go with the 1/2 bark, half bite. how I love a salty dog. Nothing's above a salty dog. I'm dreaming of a salty dog. So let's order up a salty dog. Then have another salty dog. Then have another salty dog.
We'd like to dedicate that to our salty dogs back at our house.
That's right. Tika, Ursa, and Bean.
Tika, Ursa, and Bean. The
We've
grandparents.
down here over the past several days that I've been here in Florida, I've gotten into, I wouldn't say near fist fights, but some arguments with bartenders, because I guess in Florida, y'all make salty dogs with vodka instead of gin. It's not that big a deal to me. They both taste good either way.
Yeah.
When the first time we ever played in Detroit, we got to open it. We go up to Detroit once a year, and we got to open up for Mac McAnally. And the first bar we had been in, we're like, yeah, we'd like some salty dogs. Well, we have no idea what that is. It's a gin with grapefruit juice and a salted rim. And like, oh, we don't drink that in Detroit. We drink grapefruit juice with Jameson whiskey. I'm like, you people, the winters up here must do something to you people, because that's not right.
Well, the sunsets here are amazing in Florida. We always love coming down and checking out the different places and watching the sunset. Just everywhere we go, we see amazing sunsets. And Chris got married in Fort Myers, Florida, 15 years ago.
Beautiful, 15 years ago. And as usual, June 19th, instead of spending my anniversary with my actual wife, I'm with my other wife.
Your work wife.
Yeah, my work wife, my common law wife. Yeah.
Second longest.
I think I've called you the B word enough times that you're technically my common law wife.
What's that,
But
buddy?
it was beautiful.
Is
Beautiful.
that buddy?
Hey there, buddy. Hey there, Butch. It was a beautiful wedding on the beach. He was the only wedding band that I could afford, so I flew him down and he played some songs. But then when he came back, he also wrote this beautiful, beautiful song for Holly and I.
It's off our first album.
It's off our first album.
It's called Fort Myers.
I think it's time for us to get away. We've both been fed up with our day-to-day. I got this perfect place for us in mind, a slice of heaven where we can unwind. Let's go to Fort Myers on the beach right about sunset. We're gonna walk in hand, and I swear I'll never forget how you smile and you'll say to me, let's come back here real soon. Watch the sun disappear and wait for the moon. I just can't wait to hold you close to me and make new promises beside the sea. Now we'll fall for each other once again and pray for the magic to never end. Let's go to Fort Myers on the beach right about sunset. We're gonna walk in hand, and I swear I'll never forget how you smile and you say to me, let's come back here real soon. Watch the sun disappear and wait for the moon. We touch down, catch a cab, and head straight for the shore. We can get there fast enough This is what we waited for, and we're in Fort Myers on the beach, right about sunset. We're walking hand in hand, and I swear I'll never forget how you smile and you say to me, let's come back here real soon. Watch the sun disappear and wait for the moon. Let's go.
Nice one, Dan. That's a good song.
All right. It worked out for you and Holly. Worked out real well.
I proposed to Holly on Fort Myers Beach, and we were walking down to the north end of the island. I thought it'd be perfect with the sunset. I had the ring in my pocket, and we're walking, and I'm notoriously scared of everything in the world scares me to death. And I was in water up to my knees, and I was getting ready to go down, and I heard like a boom, 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 boom behind me, and I turned around, and there was a manatee like this far away. I screamed, I jumped, I did a roll onto the beach and ran and hid behind a garbage can and came back, and I couldn't find the damn ring. Yeah, it had worked its way down into my swimsuit into a crate. I found it and regained my composure, and things worked out well after that. Actually, my mother-in-law, Jana, has some magical ability. She attracts manatees. She likes Siesta Key, and whenever we're floating in the water, just all of a sudden these manatees swim right up to her. And to show just how much of a chicken that I am, I was floating with Jana. We're drinking a couple beers, and I see this VW-sized shadow coming towards us in the water. So I got behind her, so the manatee would kill her first. And that is how scared I am of things. It's crazy. They bump right up into her and then swim off. It's the coolest thing. Little lady from Cairo, Nebraska. And she must be actually secretly the queen of the manatees.
Manatee Whisperer.
The Manatee Whisperer is right.
Well, Chris and I, in addition to playing lots of bars and travel around, we play a lot of backyard and house concerts and parties and stuff like that. And you just never know what's going to be on the other side of that fence when you show up. And 99.9% of the time, it's always wonderful people having a wonderful time. And
then there's that 0.1% of the time where a little kid just throws rocks at you the whole time, and he wouldn't stop throwing rocks at us. So that was one of the... Yeah. Dan, nothing stops Dan from playing a gig. Not high water, winds, wild animals, nothing. And that is the only time in our history of 15 years we quit playing a gig.
Little toddler with a handful of gravel.
He wouldn't quit throwing it at us.
Well, this is a little cautionary tale about be careful what you say or do around songwriters, because they very well could end up writing a song about you. There's a little song called The Sun and the Shine. I thought we should play it since we're in the Sunshine State. It's off of our new album, and hope you like it.
Oh, we never before been a Clear Lake show till John Boy called the other day, saying fellas, come on down to a little coastal town, play a house concert by the bay. When we pulled up in a pickup truck to Glen Waddle's Triple Palms Pool, sitting on a tiki bar with 3 mason jars, said, hot dog, these folks are cool. They were soaking up the sun and sipping on their shine, and everyone was really flying, having so much fun. Lord, I ain't lying. They were soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine. Well, as we played our songs, them jars came along, right there within our reach. Damn it, Earl had the cherry, Chris the blackberry, I had the Freddy'sburg peach. We were soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine, and everyone was really flying, having having so much fun. There's no denying. People soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine. Pass another jar around. Watch that sun and shot go down. Yeah. Oh, Clear Lake Show. If you ever have some old that candy corn liquor brew, we'll be picking poolside, playing all night, long as there's a little Mountain Dew. We'll be soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine. Everyone will be flying, having so much fun. Lord, I ain't lying. You soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine. All right, we're gonna need your help here. I say sun, shine, sun, shine, sun, shine, sun, shine, sun, 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 shine, shine, soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine. Everyone will be flying, having so much fun. Lord, I ain't lying. Soaking up the sun, sipping on the shine, sipping on the shine, sipping on the shine.
So how's the moonshine in Florida? Good? Awesome, good shine down here? We had some shine once at a party that was watermelon rind moonshine.
Yeah.
You know that last bite you take right before the white part where it's kind of salty? That's exactly what it tasted like. It was really good.
And really dangerous, yeah.
Yeah.
We had some prickly pear moonshine, cactus moonshine. Yum, yum, yum. Our friend Jeff Cohen makes that.
Fun headaches. It's so clear. It's not the headaches that you got to worry about with the moonshine. It's the behavior, I think.
That's right.
We played a wedding, and it ended up being a biker wedding, and these were all pipe fitters. So I don't know if Harry knows what that is. Pipe fitters, I believe, are the people in the military who do the stuff nobody else will do. And when I kind of found out the stage was kind of small, and they all came and they all hung their colors right next to me. So I'm like, well, this kid's not going to end well because I'm going to knock one of these on the ground and get killed. But everyone that walked in the front door got a mason jar of lemonade moonshine. And by the end of the wedding, every jar was empty. And it's like they were just drinking straight moonshine. Didn't affect anybody. Kind, nice, sweet, lovely people. And that was another one of those, me being so scared, I just quietly cried inside myself the whole night as I was waiting for something awful to happen that never did.
Well, this next song is a song that came off of a picture that somebody posted on Facebook. The guy's name is Donnie Brewer, and he was sitting down by this little stream with a guitar in his lap. And I started posting up a comment, and then a friend of mine, Chris Durden, posted up a comment, and then I posted another comment to his comment, and he posted another comment to my comment, and I finally said, hey, Chris, are we writing a song together? And he said, I think so. So we wrote this song, and it's really kind of taken on a special meaning now for me because my daughter is going to be a senior this year, and she plays the ukulele, she plays the guitar. We've written a song or two together. We'll play that coming up next here. And the other day we went into Guitar Center, and we're going to get I was going to get a 9-volt battery for the road, and I walked out with her first electric guitar and first amplifier. So. Yeah, just really cool. And in this last verse, it talks about teaching her to play guitar. And the guy that plays the lead instrument on our CD, he plays with Robert O'Keen and Tish Hinojosa. His name's Rich Brotherton. Fantastic fellow, fantastic musician. And he plays his daddy's 4-string tenor guitar on this track. And it was his first guitar. So it was like we were looking for the right instrument, and he pulls it out. And like that's the sound. So it's kind of cool how that worked out. Little song called Postin' Up, which is what we're doing right here at Heartbreakers. As you listen to Radio A1A, music for the road to paradise with Harry Tieford. Postin' Up.
sitting down by the river with you by my side, sipping and a strumming, coolers well supplied. Watch the water flow by, strum a quarter two. Let the world slip away. Yep, this spot will do. Here we go. Posting up under an old shade tree, posting up with no place to be, posting up, catching the buzz and the breeze, posting up, just you and me, that's right. I used to come here when I was just a kid. Daddy tell ghost stories, so I went and hid. Then he'd play his guitar, Gordon Lightfoot songs. He always knew I loved to sing along, that's right. Just posting up under an old shade tree, posting up with no place to be, posting up, singing golden melodies, posting up, just him and me, that's right. Well, the fish, they ain't biting, and my daughter, she don't care. Too busy skipping stones and putting wildflowers in her hair. Now she has the guitar I bought yesterday. Right after she told me, Daddy, teach me to play. So we're posting up under an old shade tree, just posting up with no place to be, posting up, making sweet memories, posting up, just her and me, that's right. Sometimes I come here to clear my mind, search my soul, see what's inside. Watch the water flow by, strum a quarter two, let the world slip away. Yep. This spot'll do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Jay's got a great spot here. Harry's got a great spot here. Did you see Dewey's artwork, by the way? Dewey's running sound and running the video for us as well. He's got some wonderful art pieces over there. I don't know if any of them are for sale or not, but he says, yeah, for the right price. Well, when my daughter and I post up on the beach, we get the ukuleles out. And this is a song that we wrote together on the beach. It's, I'm happy to say, the title track of our album and the title, the name of our tour. Yes, it is. Your part goes like this. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're going to do great, all right? You can take London or Paris, France. For me, I need to be where my spirit can dance. 'Cause I'm an easy man with simple needs. I don't care when or where, just get me there. Get me down by the sea, 'cause I live for the beach. I long for the ocean. It sets my soul free. It's my magic potion. Yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is. All right, your turn, that's it. That's perfect. I don't care if it's raining or cotton candy blue sky. Either way, every day, I stay there with a smile. 'Cause I'm an easy man with simple needs. I don't care when or where, just get me there. Get me down by the sea, 'cause I live for the beach. I long for the ocean. It sets my soul free. It's my magic potion. Yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is. All right, let's hear it now. warmth on my skin, warm rays on my face. Feel the easy, gentle breeze, hear the roar of the waves. 'Cause I'm an easy man with simple needs. I don't care when or where, just get me there. Just get me there, down by the sea. Here we go. I live for the beach, I long for the ocean. It sets my soul free. It's my magic potion. Yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is, yes, it is. Yeah. I live for the beach, I long for the ocean. It sets my soul, it sets my soul, it sets my soul free. You can take London or Paris, France. For me, I need to be where my spirit can dance. Thank you so very much.
Well sung, by the way. You got a big future in trop rock, I think.
Yes, you do. Yes, I do. Should we play Mama Said?
We have pretty different ways of writing songs. Dan's, a lot of his stuff is about real life and family and all that stuff, and I make stuff up completely. It's all stories. I come from kind of a heavy metal background, and since I can't realistically do heavy metal trop rock on two acoustics, I kind of switched over to things like ghost stories and stuff like that. So I imagined one day what would have been like to been a mama that had a son. Had a son who kind of, was pretty independent at a young age and the trouble he might have gotten into and what that mama would have thought. So this is a song called Mama Said.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
He's always been traveling down that road. Everybody knew it from the day he was born. 17 now, says Mama, I'm gone. And Mama says, baby, I know. Might be driving lumber up in Washington. Might be capping wells in the West Texas sun. Might have got busted is what we heard. But Mama says she don't believe a word. His tail grows taller day by day, and his world gets smaller. It's just the same, like a family picture in a homemade frame. Though the image fades, the memories remain. First time he ran, he was 6 years old. Made it 25 miles on a bike that he stole. Sheriff brought him back, he said, this one's out of line. And Mama says, well, that's because he's mine. Then one day the rodeo came. He snuck out of town on a southbound train. Wound up in Mississippi on a huck fin raft. And Mama says, well, ain't that a laugh? hotel grows taller day by day, and his world gets smaller. It's just the same, like a family picture in a homemade frame. Though the image fades, the memories remain. He's always been traveling down that road. Everybody knew it from the day he was born. He's 35 now, says, Mama, I'm home. But the house is empty 'cause Mama's gone. Thank you to all the mamas out there. We love all you.
Good laughs, by the way. You're laughing in all the right spots. That's awesome. When you're sitting by the lawnmower and the fertilizer thing that you push, weed whacker, and you're trying to think of the right lyrics, you hope that you get that kind of reactions. That was really cool. Thank you. All right. Well, my wife and I, we kind of have different ideas about vacationing when it comes to leaving the beach. We go down to the beach. We're exactly the same. We stay on the beach all day till sunset. Our daughter's exactly the same way. But at night, I go out and do research, hitting the local pubs and bars and taverns and strictly medicinal purposes. Right?
Wouldn't want people to have the wrong idea.
No. And my wife, she goes to the hotel and she watches Law and Order reruns, right? It's a really good relationship we have that in that regard. So we, one particular weekend, we're in Port Aransas, which is this shirt right here, Port Aransas. You have to take a little ferry to get across. We were riding the ferry back, and I turned to her and I said, babe, if there's a little less beer on this island, they can blame it on this bozo right here. So tonight in Islamorada, if there's a little less beer at Heartbreakers.
See extra beer trucks pulling into town tomorrow. Yeah.
If there's a little less beer on the island, you can blame it on me. I dropped anchor here just a few days ago with the worst kind of thirst, far away from the grind and ready to unwind. I ordered my first once into two turned to 10. I lost track after that, my friend. It's the cause of the condition I'm in, so I'll just say it again. Here we go. If there's a little less beer on the island, you can blame it on me. I spent the whole next day sailing out of the bay on a charter cruise. 39-footer, a fully stocked cooler, and a bounty of booze. The captain unlocked his liquor cabinet. When I was done, he wished that he hadn't. He said, I must have a liver of granite. So I'll just say it again. Here we go. If there's a little less beer on the island, you can blame it on me. I met a woman named June over at Neptune's, my third night in town. Playing ring on a string, I hadn't drank a thing till she bought me around. Returning the favor, I asked her flavor. She led me home to her refrigerator. What happened next, I swore not to share later. So I'll just sing it again. Here we go. If there's a little less beer on the island, you can blame it on me. There's a little less beer, tequila or rum. No more Fireball or Jameson. Don't point your finger at just anyone.
You can blame it on me, yeah, you know you can blame it on me completely.
There's a drinking song for you.
Thank you, thank you. I think we should raise one high.
Oh, I think so.
Raise them high, raise them proud. You listening at home on Radio
Hey, Miss
A1A?
Monday.
Raise them high.
Hey,
Cheers.
Miss Monday.
Michelle Monday.
Would you, if you had a moment, thank you.
It's our lovely bartender back there. Thank you so much. If you're going to get one, you might as well get two. Might as well. You know. Thank you very much. All righty.
Old oak. Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Well, my wife and my daughter, they knew we're going to be on tour. I think Chris and I are only home one weekend of the whole summer. Why, you know, because we're school teachers and we have the summer off to go tour around. And she's like, well, if you're going to go on tour, then we're going to go on vacation. And we went to Disney World back when my daughter was 5, and she really wanted to go back because she didn't remember much of it. So she's like, do you care if we go to Disney World without you? And I'm like, no. No, I don't at all. So she's actually landing in Orlando tonight, and we'll be here for 7 nights. And I won't even see them the entire time I'm here because we're in the Keys and then bouncing around. But my daughter made me this adorable little bracelet so I could wear and I could look down and strum and think of her and whatnot. And then she's 17. She's going to be a senior next year.
And I really enjoy the fact that Dan went and bought her an electric guitar and an amplifier, because I always figured I would eventually be phased out of the Detentions by Jaylee Sullivan. She's taller than me. She is better looking than me. And she obviously is good at writing songs. But now I think your old ass is going to get kicked to the curb, and me and Jaylee are going to start a heavy metal band.
That'd be cool. I'll be in the front row. I'll be in the front row for that. Oh, thank you, Diane. Cheers. Oh, it's all good. All right. Well, the point I was trying to make is that sometimes we have to throw our wives a bone for being so supportive and write them a song to show them how much we care and how much we love them and appreciate them allowing us to go out on the road and do what we do so we can hang out with folks like y'all. So this little song is called Old Oak. Our love is an old oak tree with its roots running down so deep. What's shown above ain't half of what's beneath. Yes, our love is an old oak tree. Our love is a moonlit mountain hid in the clouds, heart still grounded. And when it's dark, we know our surroundings. Yes, our love is a moonlit mountain. You took my hand and you said I do. Nothing has ever felt so true. I never wanted anything like I want this. I need your laugh, your smile, your scent, your kiss. Our love is a raging river sweeping us away and flowing forever, where forgiveness floats and is soon delivered. Yes, our love is a raging river. You took my hand and you said I do. Nothing has ever felt so true. I never wanted anything like I want this. I need your laugh, your smile, you sent your kiss. You sent your kiss. Yeah. Our love is an original song. Sometimes our words come out all wrong, but we can harmonize and it keeps us strong. Yes, our love is an original song. Yes, our love is an original song. Yes, our love is an original song. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That's song number 2 off our 4th album, and we were very fortunate to have a fellow by the name of Jeff Queen play the steel guitar, and it just makes that whole track sound so wonderful. And we'd like to thank Jeff for saying yes. He's a busy man playing with Hayes Carl and some other folks, so it was pretty cool.
We have a handful of songs where we were able to hire Eric Darkin from the Jimmy Buffett Coral Reefer Band to come play. 3 songs on the album, actually.
In fact, this next one, too.
This is one of these. And the kind of the interesting thing is we're pretty stripped down when we're in the studio. There's one track for me, one track for him, one track for me, one track for him, our bass player, and then one other signature artist. So there's like 5 or 6 tracks per song. And we got a hold of Eric Darkin and said, hey, would you do some drums? And he's like, okay. And he sent us 40 tracks for each song. It was like the huge orchestra of percussion that he did it out of his studio. A cacophony. That's right. You. Look at that 5-cent word there, buddy. That's a good job.
With these too long. A bunch of stuff. That's how I used to talk before I met Chris. He sent us a bunch of stuff. Now he sent me a cacophony of percussion.
So yesterday, my wife hit it a little bit hard. We went on a boat, rented a boat, and drove around the Sarasota harbor and drank a bunch of booze and went and drank a bunch of pina coladas with darkroom floaters. And I had to drive her home. And the door is a little complicated in their condo because it opens up into the bushes. And when she opened it up, she fell over and took me with her, which leads me to this song because he fell over at one point when we were in New Orleans and took me with him. I was pretty sober, I think. Being that I've been in the New Orleans library for most of the day.
For those at home, I'm making a gesture with my nose like Pinocchio.
No, we had played the Party Gras Music Festival, and we got off work at 4 o'clock from school and hauled butt across a couple of states to get to New Orleans by midnight. And we went running out and hit it way too hard. I don't know if you guys are all back in college. Remember, your friends have been drinking all day. You get there for the last hour before the bar closed, and you get way drunker than everybody else in that 1 hour. So that pretty much happened to us. We fell on the ground. Dan drugged me down with him. I was a teetotaler up until that point, and then a homeless person picked us up and hailed us a cab and put us in the cab and was like, you guys just go home. And I had a big wad of money I kept trying to give him, and he goes, oh, my God. Just get out of here. And so we came in a little bit hot, I think is how we like to say that. A little bit hot.
A little song called Bourbon on Bourbon. on bourbon. That's the voodoo's truth. But I'd heard some wacky stories when I was a wild-eyed youth. So I headed down to the court. My boots were begging to hit them bricks. I wanted to sip what they'd be serving on the other side of the river Styx, and drink some bourbon on bourbon. See what it's all about. Buzz me up till I'm hurt, and all them ghosts come out. Lazy live on Tommy Lake. That's what those people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in a Bukhari. My first night on bourbon, it started over at Lafitte's. Had an Avita and a Makers. It had me dancing in my seat, and sitting over there in the corner with a devil grin on his face sat my old friend Harry Tieford, looking like he owned the damn place. That's right. And we drink bourbon on bourbon. That's what it's all about. Buzz me up till I'm hurt, and all them ghosts come out. Lazy live on Tower Lake. That's what those people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in a Bukhari. But if I'm ever back on bourbon, it might be on a dare. It left me feeling fuzzy, fat, and forgotten. I think I drowned my liver there. Oh, just be careful what you wish for. It could very well come true. With you falling face down on them bricks and the homeless hailing cabs for you. Cause you drink bourbon on bourbon. That's what it's all about. Bust me up till I'm hurt, and all them ghosts come out. Lazy live on Tommy Lake. That's what those people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in a Bukhari. Lazy live on Tommy Lake. That's what those people say. Drinking bourbon on bourbon down here in a Bukhari. Let the good times roll.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. New Orleans is always a learning experience every time you go there. We've made lots of life mistakes in New Orleans, but I think I have learned from them.
One is not to wear all black to Cafe Du Monde for beignets. Don't do that.
So you look like a Jackson Pollock painting when you walk out of there. You're just covered in powdered sugar everywhere. We did learn that there's pretty much nothing you can do that will get you kicked out of a bar in New Orleans. This is true. Very, very true. You could take off most of your clothes, throw your shoes at a television, and buy drinks for the homeless guy who's dressed up like Uncle Sam, and they're just like, this is every day in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what's happening. Yeah.
I was down there watching we watched the AFC and the NFC championship game. We were there for that. And, New Orleans lost on a horrible call. And then it was awful, And then I'm a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. I'm watching there we go. Look at that. Hey, I should have led with that tonight. That should have been my opening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dan, and I'm a Chiefs fan. So I'm in the. You'll appreciate this since you're Chiefs fans. I'm in this bar in New Orleans, and I've got my shirt off, and I'd have my shoes off, and I'm screaming at the TV, and they're not even no one's even batting an eye. There's people just eating dinner quietly right next to me. I'm like, I should be in jail, locked up or something right now. Yeah, and the bartender turns to Chris and said, I feel so sorry for you.
And I'm like, not as sorry as you're going to feel when I ditch his ass here and go, because this is too much for me. I'm very excited. I'm not much of a sports fan, but this September, we're going to fly up to Kansas City to play a show on Saturday, and Sunday morning we're catching the red eye up to Detroit, and we're going to watch the Chiefs play Detroit. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, we're not going to be playing up there, and me, I don't understand football at all, so I imagine I'll just be looking for the Coney dog stands. But yeah, I'm very excited. I don't know. I think it sounds like an incredible hangover, like a protracted 48-hour incredible hangover. We're playing with Rick Lamb and the Fanatics, and this place, a party in Kansas City. Then we'll get up real early and go up and go straight to the tailgate, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Well, speaking of tailgates, we like to tailgate down on the beach, and one of the things that we do, we have a little tradition that when we cross the ferry to Port Aransas, then we go straight to what used to be Circle K's, and now they're Stripes or something like that, and you get a big 25-ounce beer. Because in Texas, they have to be bigger than everybody else in the United States, so they give you that 1 extra ounce just to spite the rest of America. So we take that big 25-ounce beer, and they jam it down in a paper bag, and we call that a paper bag koozie, right? And before we check in, before we go eat, before we hit any gift shops, we go down and we say hello to the ocean, because that's why we go there, is to say hello to the ocean, be part of the ocean. So this is a little song that came out of that. It's called Paper Bag Koozie. The surf is up and I'm rising. The ocean sends to appetizing. Hit the Circle K on my way. Gotta make every minute count today. I'll be down there, right on the beach. I'll be found there, with my dog off the leash. Nothing compares in any fantasy to the view I have in front of me. Sipping from my paper bag koozie. Just me and Mother Nature, we're kicking back together. A coastal breeze feels so fine. I think I'll retire 1 weekend at a time. I'll be down there, right on the beach. I'll be found there, with my dog off a leash. Nothing compares in any fantasy to the view I have in front of me. I'm sipping from my paper bag koozie. Posted up where the cold one, soaking raisin at midday sun. Have to stop and pinch myself to make sure I'm not somebody else. Yeah. Watch that sun and she's sinking. Take a pull from the beer I'm drinking. The perfect end to a perfect day. Can't keep that smile off my face. I'll be down there, right on the beach. I'll be found there, with my dog off a leash. Nothing compares in any fantasy to the view I have in front of me. Sipping from my paper bag koozie. My paper bag koozie. My paper bag koozie. My paper bag koozie. Thank you so very much. Thank you. All right. Well, this next song is a short distance dedication from me to Al. And it's a pretty amazing story. I don't know if I can tell it without choking up. But, you know, I was mentioning earlier about how you write songs in your garage, or your back porch, your front porch. And you just hope you make a connection. You write it for yourself, and you hope that it's special for someone else. And Al heard this song, and he emailed me and said, hey, I want you to know that this song helped heal me get through chemo. And he just got his port taken out just a few days ago, and yesterday, yeah. And so thank you for sharing that story. I mean, I don't really have words, but thank you for sharing that story. And thank you for being here tonight. His lovely wife, Kathy's here. So right now we're just going to coast. This life goes by blazing fast, and my foot seems stuck on the gas. Keep at the speed, I believe it ain't gonna last. I gotta slow this circus down and head on out of town. Just put on the brakes and let the rest of the world drive past, so I can just coast. I can just coast down in the place I love most. I can just coast. I can just coast. Take my life out of overdrive and coast. I took the ferry over today, spied some dolphins as they play. A quick little cruise always leaves my blues in its wake. I couldn't ask for anything more as I step out on the shore. The only traffic, all those few boats on the bay. So I just coast. I just coast. Down here's the place I love most. I just coast. I just coast. Take my life out of overdrive and coast. Think I'll just post up and watch the sun go down. Maybe I'll still be here when it comes back around. Yes, I will. You will be too. Everyone's down for the night, except for me and a few harbor lights. Just sitting out here by the pier, enjoying the quiet. Much too soon I'll be gone, making my way back home. So I promise I'll return, and I smile, and I just coast. I just coast. Down is the place I love most. I just coast. I just coast. Take my life out of overdrive and coast. Just coast. Yeah, coasting Islamorada and Heartbreakers on RadioA1A. Coast. You know, that song's got some special stories. We had a little kiddo reach out to us. His parents said that he was getting bullied at school, and they didn't know what to do about it. And, they reached out and they tried to figure out ways to kind of help him, get over that and being bullied. And they said that the talent show was coming up. And they said, maybe you should sing in the talent show and the kids can hear your beautiful voice and all this stuff. And he's like, they were trying to think of songs. And then he heard the song Coast, and he said, that's the song I want to sing at the talent show. So he sang at the talent show, and it was just hugely successful. And then we were going through Alabama 2 years ago on tour, and we got to meet him, and he got up to sing with us. It was just, it's pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff, Very lucky. Where was I going with this story? I don't know. I get a little emotional every once in a while.
He's a big softy.
Well, You're listening to Radio A1A, Music for the Road to Paradise. We want to thank Harry Tieford. We want to thank Dewey. Everybody that's listening at home, everybody that showed up here tonight, thank you so much for having us.
We are the Detentions.
Yeah, from Austin, Texas.
Harry said every third song we're supposed to pump our own website. I don't think we've done it once.
No.
Yeah, not once.
Thedetentions.com.
Thedetentions.com. Well, I do have something we could probably... You guys are close enough that you might be able to just do it. So, Meeting in the Minds is coming up the weekend of Halloween. November 2nd, Saturday night, November 2nd. The Detentions, have
chartered a
67-foot catamaran for us and 120 of our closest friends to go out for a sunset cruise. We did some negotiating back and forth, and we've got all the beer you can drink, all the wine you can drink, all the champagne you can drink, and all the margaritas you can drink are included in the price. Yeah. We also got a cash bar for those of you like me who like the brown a little bit. So we have some special guests that are coming with us. Jonas Lawrence from the Jonas Lawrence Band. He's like the new hotshot Texas tropical guitar player guy. Will be playing with us. Danny Rosado will be playing with us. Yeah. Boomer Blake will be playing with us. And the wild Quebecer himself, Quentin Lavarche. We call him the bong guy because he plays bongos with us. And I don't know if he's as sexy as the gem babe, Melanie Howe, but we came up with a good. So we got all that. So you can go to thedetentions.com and look at the store and buy yourself some tickets. I think they're relatively reasonably priced. And, my old man, my dad's going down there. He's like, well, I feel as though we should support your business endeavor. I'm like, you just want to go to Key West. Yeah. But anyway, should be fun, and please join us down there.
And tickets are available.
Tickets are available.
At thedetentions.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
November 2nd.
Yep.
Sunset Cruise. Yep. Meeting in the Minds. We're playing at Meeting in the Minds. I don't know if we can mention where and what we're doing. We're opening up for a...
Yeah, I think it's already out there.
I think we're opening up for the Peter Mayer Group at the Casa Marina. Yeah. And I don't know if we'll have time to do anything else.
I don't know. Just got to keep my eye on you.
I want to go to Mr. Z's. I just want to eat those big slices of pizza and have those cheesesteak sandwiches. Yeah. That's my main goal for being there, just posting up there. Right? Go where? What's Pepe's? Oh, see, that's like I'm going to be up for breakfast. Do they serve breakfast after 2 in the afternoon? Okay. All right.
Well, I'm going to send this song out to Harry Tieford and all of our veterans. Do we have any other veterans here tonight? It's always an honor and a privilege to play for our veterans and all our veterans that are listening in on Radio A1A. This goes out to all of our men and women in uniform. As a son of a Vietnam veteran and a brother of a Desert Storm veteran, always wanted to write a song for my brother, my dad, and military personnel, but I never could quite put pen to paper until I met this fellow by the name of Steve Marks. And Steve Marks, a Vietnam veteran, and him and his lovely wife, Teresa, opened up their house and their hearts, and we sat down and wrote this song called Welcome Home. It goes like this. Stuck in DFW, just another flight delay. Tell us all file of camis, headed up the long jet way. Back from some hellhole, looking weary, worn but glad. With smiling faces waiting, they were home at last. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Easter time at my church, smell of spring in the air. Sat a dark-haired girl of 20, showing many cares. Just not quite settled,
fresh off a combat tour, praying for her buddies and their safe return. Welcome home, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. Our defenders know their duty. They know what must be done. They don't ask for fame or glory, just to welcome home. 'Cause there was a time when greetings were not made. Our veterans felt unwanted. They felt ashamed. They answered the call, but returned to taunts and scorn. It's never too late to right this wrong. Please sing with us. Welcome home, brothers. Welcome home. Welcome home, sisters. Welcome home. Welcome home, Vietnam veterans. Welcome home. Welcome home, all our warriors, young and old. Welcome home.
Thank you.
Can't thank you enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honor and a privilege. Well, I told you earlier about how I used to work on cruise ships, and one of the very last ports that I went to was Belize, and I asked the port operator, I said, hey, what should I do? It's my last day here. And he said, if I was you, I'd take a little puddle jumper over to San Pedro Island. Have you all been there, San Pedro? Beautiful place. This was 20 years ago, and you'd land in the puddle jumper, and there's basically bikes or golf carts to get around the island, and pretty much the local establishments went like this: dive shop, dive bar, dive shop, dive bar, dive bar, dive bar, dive shop, dive. It's pretty much what I remember. And I remember just being able to go in and out in the front door, have a drink, go out the back door. There's the beach, and you walk down a little bit in the back door of another bar, and just kind of zigzag down. And I walked into this one bar, and on the stereo, I heard this guy sound like a drunk Jimmy Buffett or a drunker Jimmy Buffett. And I said, who is that? And they said, oh, that's Jerry Jeff Walker. And I said, oh, okay. And he recorded his album, Cowboy Boots and Bathing Suits, on that island. And if you don't have a copy of it, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic trop rock album. Required listening, if you ask me. So anyway, came back and wrote this song called Sunburned and a Little Bit Buzzed about my trip to Belize. It goes like this.
Cold beer in my hand, barefoot in the sand. It don't get better than this. Watch the waves roll ashore as I order one more. Lord knows I can't resist to feel the warm breeze upon my face, letting time just slip away. Crawl the beach, hit some local dives, pub grub for the appetite. Sunburned and a little bit buzzed, man, I just can't get enough. just me and some friends, with a week's wage to spend. The party never ends down here. Little drunk, little high, countless ships passing by, and telling a couple of lies. I feel just a couple, and feel the warm breeze upon my face, letting time just slip away. Crawl the beach, hit some local dive, pop up for the appetite. Sunburned and a little bit buzzed, man, I just can't get enough. Another day is done with a rising sun. It's time I'm on my way. Homeward bound I ride, hanging hard on the flight, but I'll be right back someday to feel the warm breeze upon my face, letting time just slip away. Crawl the beach, hit some local dive, pop grub for the appetite. Sunburned and a little bit buzzed, man, I just can't get enough. Sunburned and a little bit buzzed, man, I just can't get enough. Get enough.
Remember your sunscreen, though. Sunburned and a little bit buzz is a good way to spend your summer, but
right?
Be careful, folks. Oh, yeah.
So this is a song off our album, our newest album, and I co-wrote this with Mike McHenry. And it's a song about passing traditions down from one generation to the next and nautical navigation. It's called Red, Right, Returning, which I'm sure most of you down here in the Keys understand what that's all about. But maybe for our listeners at home, I'll just point out a few things that Mike taught me. Is that when he's an avid sailor, and he says when you're leaving port, you want to stay towards the green buoys as you're going away. And as you're coming back to port, you want to stay towards the red buoys, which the phrase red, right, returning comes into play. So thank you, Mike, for reaching out. And
this was actually written Lake of the Ozarks was where this was written. So
actually, that's not true. That's not true. Not true. Coast began at Lake of the Ozarks because I used to go down there and I would go fishing, and we'd always go to the same Sportsman Harbor Resort, and all the dock lights were just different colors and people did whatever they want. But I went back for a family reunion about 8 or 9 years ago now, and all the dock lights were uniform. They're all blue. They're all blue. And I was like, wow, that's really cool.
Which is illegal by the Coast Guard, but it's still pretty.
It's gorgeous, yeah. They're all blue. So everyone went to bed, and I'm out there on the dock with my guitar, and I'm like, everyone's down for the night, except for me and a few harbor lights. Sitting out here by the pier, which there was a fishing pier that I grew up, the crappie. They'd sink the Christmas trees down there, and then the crappies, you could do fish all 24 hours, you know. And I was like, man, couldn't finish it. That's all I had. Everyone's down for the night, except for me and a few harbor lights, sitting out here by the pier, enjoying the quiet. And then, you know, got to go down to Port Aransas and got more inspiration. And I finished writing that song in the closet of my classroom because I had a student teacher, and the student teacher had to do a total teach. And so I'd go into my closet and work on stuff
And I could listen and hear what the class is doing because the class is a lot different when the real teacher's out of the room, right?
Teacher's time out.
Yeah. So I was real proud that I wrote that song without any drinking references or margarita because I knew that there'd be maybe kids outside going, what's Mr. Sullivan talking about Cuervo for? He's talking to himself, but he must be in there drinking Cuervo. So anyway, this is a song called Red Right Returning. Thank you, Mike McHenry. Daddy was a sailor, like his daddy before him. And all I know about sailing, I learned from both of them. Grandpa shared stories of adventure on the sea. He always ended with the same 3 words he'd softly say to me. He'd say, red right, returning. When the journey is through, I see the buoy lights coming into view. Red right returning, I'm headed home to you. Daddy didn't talk much, not after Mama died. Still we'd go out sailing, I treasured every ride. He'd scan the horizon as if searching for her again. He never knew I was listening while he whispered on the wind. He'd whisper, red right, returning. When the journey is through, I see the buoy lights coming into view. Red right returning, I'm headed home to you. Now I'm out on the water with a young girl of my own, and I hope she remembers when she's fully grown. These words of wisdom passed down through all the years, calling out like an old song and ringing in her ears. Let it ring, red right, returning. When the journey is through, I see the buoy lights coming into view. Red right returning, I'm headed home to you. It's red right returning. When the journey is through, I see the buoy lights coming into view. Red right returning, I'm headed home to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a pretty one.
Well, we got time for a couple more, if that's all right. Okay. And then Mark said he's going to play some music. Yeah.
We got like room for 20 or 30 more.
All right.
More than 50.
Once again, we'd like to thank Harry Tieford, RadioA1A, Music for the Road to Paradise, all of our listeners for tuning in this evening, spending your evening with us on the air, and everybody who showed up here in person, thank you. Dewey, thank you for dialing in the sound and putting the video cameras on us, and hopefully the camera will subtract 20 pounds tonight.
Yeah. We're hoping you have some sort of program to get rid of our beer neck. It's like, wait, is that a guitar player or is that a soft-shelled turtle? I can't quite tell. How many chins is that? It looks like it's a deck of cards underneath his nose.
And, of course, Michelle and Jay for letting us hang out here for a little bit. Drink some awesome beer. There she is. So this is a little song called Whiskey, Whiskey, Whiskey.
Whiskey, whiskey, whiskey. She's the one I blame. Came stumbling home late last Friday night. And my old lady, she was ready to fight. Had her notion, I've been out chasing tail. I rented me a room in the county jail. I said, whiskey, 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 whiskey is the name. Whiskey, 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 Lord, I've been praying. Whiskey, 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 such an awful shame. Whiskey, 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 she's the one I pray. Grandpap, he liked to sip now and then. Had a hard time though, knowing when to say when. One day he got drunk, just before it turned dark. We caught him a-streaking round upon in the park. He said, whiskey, 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 whiskey is the name. Whiskey, 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 Lord, I've been afraid. Whiskey, 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 such an awful shame. Whiskey, 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 she's the one I bring. Maybe you're looking for trouble, heading around in the town. Gonna hunt yourself a little whiskey down. Well, she'll kiss you on the lips, then kick you in the gut. And allow the next morning, on the way back up, you say whiskey, 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 whiskey is her name. Whiskey, 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 Lord, I've been afraid. Whiskey, 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 such an awful shame. Whiskey, 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 she's the one I blame. Me and the boys love to play guitar, sitting on the porch out in my backyard. You know I have home walk a little too while picking and grinning them Jerry Jeff tunes. How I love that Sanger wine when I drink it with old friends of mine. How I love that Sanger wine when I drink it with old friends of mine. I say whiskey, 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 whiskey is the name. Whiskey, 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 Lord, I've been framed. Whiskey, 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 such an awful shame. Whiskey, 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 she's the one I blame. She's the one I blame. Hey, Thank you, thank you. All right, that's our last song of the night. And if you drink a little bit too much whiskey, people might look at you and think you might be a professional drinker. So here's a song I wrote with my buddy Donnie Brewer about Chris and his love for the brown. It's called Professional Drinker. Well, I could have been a surfer if I only had a board. Or I'd like to have been a cowboy, but I didn't have a horse. Oh, I might have been a sailor if I just had a boat. But then again, rivers and kegs are the only things I know how to float. I'm a professional drinker. That's just what I'm good at. Yeah, I'm a free thinker when I put on my drinking cap. All my experiences in whiskey, beer, and wine. I'm a professional drinker, working overtime. You know, I wanted to be a surgeon, but I couldn't make the cut.
And I wanted to be a porn star, except for my excessively hairy butt.
Oh, no, I'll never work for NASA. I'm just not that smart. And I'll never be a lawyer, 'cause I don't pass too many bars. I'm a professional drinker. That's just what I'm good at. Yeah, I'm a free thinker when I put on my drinking cap. All my experiences in a whiskey, beer, and wine. I'm a professional drinker, working overtime. Well, I went to college, but I didn't stay long. The only thing I mastered was playing beer pong. I didn't get a scholarship or a federal grant, but I was voted most likely to need a liver transplant. I'm a professional drinker. I clock in every day. I work into the wee hours, and I never take breaks. All my experiences in a whiskey, beer, and wine. I'm a professional drinker, working overtime. I'm a professional drinker, working overtime. Let's go to work.
Thank you all so very much. Thank you, Harry Tieford and Radio A1A. Thank you, everybody who showed up, stuck around this whole time. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Go to thedetentions.com. You can find out what we're playing next and what we're up to. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thanks again for tuning in and listening and for being here. And we'll see you at the bar.
Thanks for joining us for Radio A1A Live Sessions.